Hostile detected.
Martian surface could have been covered by ocean. Martian exploratory craft has sent recent water flows as well. Systems. What appears ancient lake beds. There are also minerals present on the surface of Mars that could only have been formed in a liquid water environment. Today, water can be found on Mars largely as ice.
Great spot for a turret.
Serious trauma detected.
Alright, what's good, my Division family? Welcome back to another Tom Clancy Division 2. You already know what it is, another PvE build video. This gear set, now I know y'all been seeing me play with different gear sets, but this gear set specifically is a monster. Now I never really thought all red, or shall I say almost all reds, but basically red Foundry build would actually play out the way it did, but it definitely did. So we're here to break that down. We're here to show y'all the goodies. You know my slogan: if you're new, leave a like. If you're a returning person, leave a comment. And if you're a hater, I'll catch you when I'll catch you. Let's proceed on. Let's get straight to what we're talking about. Oh my god, there's an aerial recon in front of me. Hopefully he doesn't interfere with what I'm doing. But let's get straight to it. So bam, let's start off. You see we got 4-piece Foundry. Bam, you see we got the specialization. You seeing what's going on, you're probably confused. We're gonna dive into it. Step 1, let's get into the specialization. Y'all already know, I ain't gonna make this too long. Y'all already know, I've been saying this for the last 2 months. You need the firewall specialization because this is the best specialization in the game. It gives you the strongest kit. It also gives you one of the strongest shields, and it also gives you ability on when you break your armor, you put other NPCs on fire, which comes in clutch with your build or whatever build that you're playing with. In this case, it works perfectly here because that's what it does. It works perfectly clutch with there. That's besides the point. Anyway, we're going with the firewall specialist because of that main specific reason. There's nothing else in the game to give you health on kill besides 3-piece Hunter's Fury. You heard me talk about that before in the past. That's why we're using the firewall specialization. Step 2, we're talking about the modifiers. You see that I have 1.4 million health, 1.4 million armor. The reason why we got 1.4 million health is because we have all of our tiers from firearms, stamina, and electronics maxed up, and that is because we have one of the modifiers, which is called a tier day. You have to complete your journeys to unlock this. I know the season is about to end soon, but make sure you get these unlocked so when we get the new mastery mission in a couple of weeks, you can actually play with Pacific builds. And I don't know, instead of playing with Striker, you can play with anything different, you know. Just make sure you have your modifiers locked. But this is the main one we're here to talk about, a tier day, because we have 150 total % health on top of the health that we have now. So that's why we at that 1.4 million health. Well, actually as well, when we actually activate one of these modifiers, it would multiply it. So I'll probably be at 1.8, 1.9. I'm gonna show you at the end of the video, but as of right now, 1.4 is cool, and that's where I would like to be at as well. You're going with, well, you can go with any weapon you want. I'm picking these two because You know, I've been using the Backfire for the past what 6 months, but I went with the Backfire. Is one of the strongest SMGs in the game. His gun is actually getting some love in this patch, and I see a lot of people using it. So, you know, why not make another build showing it off in another way? So, you see my Backfire is at 30% expertise, weapon damage, 121.12k base damage, 850 RPM, 50 in the mag, you know, optimum range, all that really doesn't really matter. Damage to targets out of cover. And if you don't know what the talent do, I'll just break it down to you. Dealing damage to enemies, add 2% critical hit damage up to 100 stacks, lasting 10 seconds. On a reload, you basically put a 10-second bleed on yourself, which gets stronger and stronger for every time you reload. But once you get 100% stacks, you actually get the diminishing returns, and so you won't put yourself on bleed. And actually, putting yourself on bleed actually makes the Foundry gear set makeshift repairs actually work. We're gonna go into that a little bit later, but just always remember that. So with this, you're getting 200% crit hit damage on top of what we already have. So that's why I picked the Backfire for the most damage. Secondly, I went with a SIGMPX. You could go with any other SMG that you want, but specifically I went with both because I just like the MPX in my eyes. And I went with Preservation specifically. I don't know why I had string right here. Oh, I know why, because I was PvPing yesterday. But I went with Preservation, as you see in the clips. That's why you saw my armor going back up, times and in with the mixture repairs. But Preservation basically is, let me get the talent so I can read it for y'all. Preservation, killing enemies repairs 10% armor for over 5 seconds. Headshots kills improve the repairs up to 10. And if you want to use the Emerald Guard, you could do that as well, but I don't have that, and that comes with perfect preservation, but I don't have that SMG with me right now. So I went with the MPX begin because, like I said, it's the same exact base damage as the Backfire. I want the hardest hitting SMGs because, you know, we got a gear set. It ain't really too many attributes you could put on the gear set, so we need as much damage. Step 3. Now let's talk about why we got the Foundry on the Pacific. No. Let's talk about two-piece Palisades first. We're gonna get to the gear set last. Two-piece Palisades because, again, armor on kill, 60% health. Like I said, the more health you need, it's better. The build plays better. You need health. That's just what it is. And then also we have health, crit damage, and a mod with crit damage again. And then we have clutch. No perfect clutch, just regular clutch, but this actually works here. And if you don't know what clutch does, let me read it again. If you're below 15% armor or critical hits, repair up to 2.5. Kills allow you to repair up to 100% 4 to 10 seconds based on the number of red cores that you have. And like you see, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4. I can go to 5. Like I've been playing with another version like this. You see, I'm at 1. Just got 1 million armor. It still works, you know. Like you might not think it is, but I got more damage. Yeah, my armor drop off, but I got a little bit more damage. But you could go with that version. That's for 5 reds. But me, I want to feel more comfortable. I want the armor regen to actually kick in. So the more armor you have, the higher the armor regens that you actually receive back. So that's why I just said forget it. I'm just gonna go with the 2. Just put 2 blues. On the chest piece, we're gonna use this is my other chest piece, but you can use Unbreakable. If you want more damage, just go with Obliterate. That's what I'm gonna put on here, but it doesn't really matter choice. If you feel like you're doing enough damage, then keep Unbreakable. If you want to feel like an unkillable god, then keep Unbreakable. But if you feel like you need more of that damage, slap on Obliterate to get 20% free damage from when you critting. So that's what we got with that. And then the reason why I went with the Palisades again, because we want that armor on kill. Yeah, 10% is not enough, but it is when you times it with Preservation and when you times it in with the makeshift repairs that's actually receiving coming back to you. Now let's talk about Foundry. So we got 4-piece Foundry, we got the 2-piece, give 10% total armor, 3-piece, 1% armor regen, and 50% shield health, which comes good with the shield, like how I said early on. And the 4-piece makeshift repairs. Whenever you or your shield take damage, 25% of the amount is repaired with both for over 10 seconds. So basically, as long as you taking damage, as long as you take damage and your shield take damage, you can see why it's synergizing. You just get all that armor back in one go, especially with the 1% armor regen. And like how I said, you already have a shield that comes with the firewall, which is a striker shield, which is a shield that you specifically have out. If you put the shield out in front of the enemy, you basically do more damage. So why not just use this? Of course, use a defender drone to be more tanky. Like, it just works perfectly. You see in the clips, I'm telling you, it's one of these builds that I never thought that would work, because I don't play with Foundry. So this is one of my first times playing with this version of Foundry, and it actually surprised me. So, but as you see for the rolls in the mask, we got health, crit damage. A lot of my pieces is unicorn. If you don't know, Foundry rolls with a lot of blues, so I actually got a lot of my pieces. I just got the unicorn pieces and flipped the blues to reds. So that's what I did. Specifically, I crafted it, but you could just go play countdown and get those pieces. So for the holster, you see I got another red weapon core with crit chance. On the knee pad, the same thing, health with a weapon core. The glove, the same thing, health with a weapon core. And like I said before, with the 2-piece Palisades, I got the 2 blues, and if you want to go to 5 reds, you can. But that's what you all specifically need here. And then with your mods, you just go with crit damage mods, like how I said. I already broke down the skills, so we ain't got to get into that real quick. Let's look at the stats. See, we got 62-point critical hit chance because of the modifiers, and we also got 130.2 crit damage.
Agent in need of backup.
And then how rude it is for Isaac to interrupt me again. But and then you times the backfire with the 130% crit damage, and then you will be at what? 130% crit damage. You will be at 330 crit damage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you are hitting hard. Like, and that's because of the backfire. That's all what it is. But when we switch over towards the regular MPX, yeah, we're not hitting no 200 crit damage because we got preservation, but we still have decent stat numbers. 57 crit chance, which is close to the 60%, and we still got 122% critical hit damage. Like, it's still shredding. You see in the clips, it still works. We go to my survivability. You see I'm at 1.3 million armor, as I said before. My health 1.3 max health. Really wish it could get buffed. And we have 13.5k armor regeneration. And I know you might look at it like, yo, that's not too much. Bro, it is enough. You might look at it and seem like that's not a lot. But when you times the armor regen with clutch, with the clutch kill and mixture of repairs, and then you're getting focused by a bunch of NPCs, that armor goes up tremendously. And then when they break your armor, they got to go through your health. And then they're not going to go through that. So, and then now, since we already show about that, let's activate the modifier. So we activate the modifier, and you see I'm at 2 million health at 1.5 million armor. I'm a tank with this. Like I said, God mode Foundry build just showed you the proof. This joint shreds. It's a unique build to play with, and it's another way of play with Foundry instead of playing with the all blue or hazard protection version that a lot of people play with. So that'll basically be it for this build. Classified assignment, that's what's up. But yeah, that'll basically be it, man. I'm just here to just show y'all some other versions of to play with Clutch. I got a hybrid build coming out next week. It's probably gonna be different from Clutch, but I got something crazy that's about to blow y'all minds. Just stay tuned. Just make sure y'all subscribe, you know, put the post notifications on, because I always gonna have something to do for y'all every week. So if you're new, leave a like. If you're a returning person, leave a comment. And if you a hater, you know my slogan: I catch you when I catch you. It's your boy Zay. Stay safe out there. Have an exuberant day. Peace.